telling people who are trying to learn to code to use ChatGPT to learn to code faster is one of the dumbest things I've heard. And tech influencers love to present AI as this magical tool that will help you do everything faster. But the problem is, learning doesn't work like that. You can't speed run through a learning process. For example, Sahil has a video called Fastest Way to Learn Coding with AI. And then he is telling people who have never coded, who don't know anything about coding, that they can use Claude to come up with a plan, with a study plan, a comprehensive study plan that focuses on 20% of the concepts. You can't expect someone who's learning to code to know what a 20% of the concepts are, and then offload that thinking process to an AI chatbot. And the crazy thing is, he's not the only one doing this. Tina is doing something similar. She's asking ChatGPT to come up with a study plan. Just to be clear, I'm not picking up on these two. A lot of creators are doing this. And the problem is, it doesn't work like this. I don't believe these creators are being malicious. I do believe they suffer from what is known as the curse of knowledge. They are far removed from what they're talking about. And I know that because I learned to code in 2020. When I was learning to code, I didn't know what I needed to know. And I didn't know what I didn't know. It sounds funny, but think about it. This is the ultimate guide to Python, how to go from beginner to a professional by Free Code Camp. And just look at the curriculum. Look at the index here. Do you think someone who's new to Python, someone who's trying to learn Python, someone who's new to coding in general, do you think they have this list? Do you think they know what a 20% of this list is? Do you think they know what a 20% of these concepts are? And the other crazy part is AI hallucinates. So, do you think they can verify a 20% of the concepts that ChatGPT gives them is actually valid? Again, I'm not picking on these creators, but it is irresponsible to tell someone who's brand new to coding to use an AI chatbot to come up with a study plan. And here's my take on that. If you want to learn something and you can't come up with your own study plan, you're not going to make it. I'm sorry, but there has to be a level of competence that you have to have if you want to get into any field. If you can't sit down and grab a pen and paper and just come up with your own study plan, you're not gonna make it. You can't outsource your basic thinking to an AI tool. It just doesn't make any sense. And I would tell anyone who's learning to code, do not follow these influencers. Do not listen to them. All you need to learn to code is two things. Yeah, I might need to use AI to learn English, but that's a topic for another day. If you want to learn to code, assuming that you already know what type of field or what type of apps or websites or what type of product that you want to build, you only need two things. You need a highly rated, time-tested roadmap that is architected by someone like the Free Code Camp organization. They are a non-profit organization and they have over 10,000 free courses. And I'm telling you to trust this guide far more than you would trust whatever the output is from this AI chatbot. By the way, I'm not sponsored by these guys. They don't even know I exist. The reason why I'm talking about them right now is because this is a far better solution than whatever these influencers are recommending. They have thousands of free complete courses that are going to take you from an absolute beginner to someone who actually builds and ships software products. So go here, go to the playlist and go through any of these playlists, and you will find courses on building mobile apps, Android apps, iOS apps, building cross-platform, building websites with every JavaScript framework imaginable. And they do also have Python, machine learning, AI. They have everything that you can think of when it comes to the tech. So I would highly recommend you check these courses. Just take a full course from the first lesson all the way until the end. That is all you need. After that, then you can just practice and build whatever you're building, and that is pretty much it. You don't have to use these AI chatbots. You don't have to chase the latest. Okay, yesterday was ChatGPT. Everyone was talking highly about it. Today, ChatGPT is so yesterday. Today, everyone is using Claude Sonnet 3.5. I don't even know what that is, but it is. Everyone is talking about it. And guess what? They recently came up with this Perplexity, and there's a V0, and now there are AI powered IDEs. Well, which is basically a VS Fork. With AI just slapped on it, and everyone is just migrating from VS Code to Cursor to V0 to whatever the newest and shiniest AI enabled IDE is going to be. I don't even know how these people are productive, but this is the problem when you chase these AI tools. You are going to get hooked on chasing the latest trend because, oh yeah, this one isn't, the output is not as good as it could be, you know? So let me become reliant on it, and that I can't even write a single function. And I wish I was making this up. There was actually, I just remembered there was this amazing Reddit post. Just look at this. And to be honest with you, I'm really glad that I learned to code before before this whole shebang, this whole shenanigans started. Anyway, all I'm gonna say is just make sure that you understand what you're doing, that you do not outsource your thinking and understanding to a chatbot. That is all I'm gonna say. Make sure that you understand the variables that you are declaring. You understand the methods. You understand the code that you are copying from Claude, the ChatGPT. Make sure that you understand the code that GitHub Copilot is auto completing for you. You have to, okay, let it auto complete, go over it, make sure you understand every single line, make sure that it is doing exactly what you want it to do. Do not let it lead the way. That's all I'm gonna say. And again, if you are learning to code, you don't need any of these tools that tech influencers are trying to sell you on it. All you need is a roadmap and a solid course, a free course that that can take you from an absolute beginner all the way to someone who builds and ships software products. That's all you need. But yeah, that is all I'm gonna say for today. Anyway, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.